Let us continue with exercise 2.5. We have done till question number 11 of this exercise. So we are starting with question number 12. Okay. Now the question says if x plus y plus z is equal to 0, then we need to show that x cube plus y cube plus z cube will be equal to 3xyz. Again we are going to use the identity that we have already discussed, that is x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to this. Okay. Now it is saying that if x plus y plus z is 0, then if you see the RHS term here, if this will become 0, then if you multiply 0 with any other expression, we have a multiplication sign in between this. So if you multiply 0 with any expression, it will be 0 only. Okay. So with this expression, if x plus y plus z will be 0, then we can write as x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to 0. Okay, now I hope you got why we got RHS as 0, because 0 multiply anything will be 0 only. Okay, now we just need to shift this 3xyz this side. Okay, we will get x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. Okay, so this was the required thing we need to show. I hope you understood this. This was very easy if you know this identity. And now question number 12, the result that we got, that is x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. This result only we are going to use in question number 13. Okay, let us see what is that question number 13. Now question number 13 is without actually calculating the cubes. Okay, without actually calculating the cubes, you need to find the value of this. Okay, this is our question. Just a little mistake here. This was not question number 12. This is question number 13 and this is question number 14. Okay. So without actually calculating the cubes, we need to find the value of this. And the second part of this question is this one. Okay. So if you compare this question number 13 and 14, what you observe that if this is x, y and z, then x plus y plus z is equal to minus 12 plus 7 plus 5. That will be minus 12 plus 12 and that will be equal to 0. So we are getting x plus y plus z is equal to 0. And just now we have seen that if x plus y plus z is 0, then x cube plus y cube plus z cube can be written as 3xyz. So we can write this x cube, y cube, z cube simply as 3x, y, z. We just need to multiply this thing and we'll directly get the answer. We don't have to cube minus 12, 7 and 5. Okay. So when you multiply this, you will get the answer as minus 1260 and this will be the required answer. Okay. If you use same concept in the second part, then if you consider this as x, this is y and this is z. So we can see that x plus y plus z is equal to 28 minus 15 minus 13. That will be 28 minus 28 and that will be equal to 0. So here also we are getting x plus y plus z is equal to 0. If x plus y plus z is equal to 0, then x cube plus y cube plus z cube will be equal to 3x y z. Okay. So if you multiply this thing, we just need to multiply this. If you multiply this, you will get the answer as 16380. And this was the required answer we want. Okay, I hope you understood how we link question number 13 and question number 14. Okay, and this is based on the identity, this one, last one that we have studied in last class. Okay, let us move to the 15th question. And question number 15, we are given with the area of a rectangle and we need to find the length and breadth of it. Okay, similar question we have done earlier by splitting the middle term method that we have done. Okay, so this is a quadratic polynomial because the degree is 2 and we can break the quadratic polynomial, we can factorize the quadratic polynomial by splitting the middle term method. Okay, and that only we have to do in this two parts of this question. Okay, so this area is 25a square minus 35a plus 12. Okay, so our first step is to multiply this 25 and 12. So 25 into 12, this is the rough part I am just explaining you. Okay, we'll get here 300. Now we need to break 300 in two factors such that after adding that two factors, we will get the middle term, that is minus 35. So this 300 can be written as 15 into 20. 15 into 20 is what? It is 300, and when you add 15 and 20 we will get 35. But here we have minus 35. So we will take minus 15 and minus 20. So we just need to break this minus 35 as minus 15 and minus 20. Let us just replace that. That is 25a square minus 20a minus 15a plus 12. Okay, I just splitted this middle term in this 2. Okay, now from this 2 we can take 5 as common or 5a as common. Then we can write this as 5a minus 4, and from here we can take minus 3 as common and we can write this as 5a minus 4. Okay, whatever is in this bracket should be in this bracket. Okay, now from this 2 term we can take 5a minus 4 as common, and this will be 5a minus 3 we are left with. This will be 5a and minus 3. Now this will be the length and this will be the breadth. Because we have written this 25a square minus 35a plus 12 is equal to, two factors are 5a minus 4 and 5a minus 3. So if this is the area, so area is equal to length into breadth. Okay, so we got the length and breadth here. I hope you understood what we are doing here. We are just using the application of this splitting the middle term. We are doing that. Okay, just applying this question, this concept only in the second part of this 15th question. Now again applying the same thing, we need to multiply. Again this is the rough part, 35 and this is 12. Okay, when we multiply this 35 and 12 we will get this 420. So actually it is minus 12 and we will get minus 420. Okay, now we need to break minus 420 such that to get plus 13 after adding that two factors. So when you break 420 we can break it as 28 and 15. Okay, now we need plus 13 here. Okay, so the bigger number should be with plus sign and the smaller will be negative. So 28 minus 15 will be 13, and 28 multiply minus 15, that will give us minus 420. Okay, so we can replace the values as 35y square plus 28y minus 15y minus 12. Okay, just in place of 13y we have written 28y minus 15y by splitting the middle term. Now from this 2 we can take 7y as common, and here we are left with 5y plus 4. Again here we will take minus 3 as common and we will be left with 5y plus 4. So what we got in this bracket, we got it here also. Again we are taking 5y plus 4 as common from these two terms, and we are left with 7y minus 3. So again this will be our length and this will be our breadth. Okay, I hope you got. We have converted area into length into breadth by splitting the middle term. Okay, let us move to question number 16, which is similar to this. Now in question number 16 we are given with the volume of cuboid. Okay, so for a cuboid, volume is what? Length into breadth into height. Okay, we need to find the dimensions. Dimensions means we need to find length, breadth and height. Okay, so we need to split the given volume in three factors. Just like this 3x square minus 12x, we can take 3x as common. So we'll be left with x minus 4 inside. Okay, if you take 3x as common from this, we are left with x minus 4 inside the bracket. Now this can be written as 3 multiply x minus 4. So these are the three factors which we can get after breaking this 3x square minus 12x. Okay, I hope you understood. Now this is the volume and the three factors are length, breadth and height. So we can consider this as length, this as breadth and this will be height. Okay, so we got all the three dimensions such that when you multiply this, we'll get the volume of cuboid, that will be 3x square minus 12x. Likewise, we need to proceed for the second part. Here we can take 4k as common. Okay, in all the terms we can take 4k as common. If you are taking 4k, here we are left with 3y square, here we are left with 2y and here we are left with minus 5. Okay, I hope you understood. If we take 4k as common, we are left with this thing in the brackets. Okay. Now we one to factor we got. This factor is a quadratic. This is a quadratic polynomial, and we can break this by splitting the middle term. Okay. Now how we'll do that? This will be 4k, and 3 and 5, that will be 15, and 15 we can break as 5 into 3. Okay. Just rough part I am showing here. 3 into 5, that will be 15. So actually it is minus 5. So this will be minus 15. We can break minus 15 as 3 and 5 only, because we required plus 2 here. So if we need plus 2, so we can take plus 5 and minus 3. Because we got positive sign there, so we'll take plus with the bigger number. So we can break this as 3y square plus, sorry, you can write it minus 3y plus 5y minus 5. Now we can write this 4k. Here we can take 3y as common, so that we are left with y minus 1 inside. And here we can take plus 5 as common. We are left with y minus 1 side. That will be 4k, and we can take y minus 1 as common. So we are left with 3y plus 5 inside. Okay. So these are the three factors. First is what? Length. This is breadth, and this is height. So length will be 4k, breadth will be y minus 1, and height will be 3y plus 5. Okay. So here we complete the exercise 2.5, and this is very important exercise of this chapter. Most of the content of this chapter is this exercise only. Okay. You need to remember all the identities, then only you will be able to solve these questions. Thank you.